Hey everybody, it's that time. So anyhow, I currently am I have to get these little bundles together. I dyed these are like the cutest little 1 ounce mini braids ever. And then this is a little extra small art bat sample. And then one of our drop spindles. And two of these little guys, which will probably end up being a different color, but that's what I have. So you're probably wondering what those are for. I am doing a spinning demo at a new, it's kind of like I haven't been there yet because it's not open yet, but there's going to be a new artist sort of what word am I looking for here? I'm sorry, my brain's not working. Like an art space, sort of an art gallery, and then they do workshops there. So whatever you would call that. I'll have to ask the owner when I get there. Anyway, I've been asked to do a spinning demo there. It's going to be next month. So she has to come by and get what I just showed you in order to I don't know, she wants to take like official pictures. So official pictures to come. So I had to get those out on the table so that I remember to put them in a bag for her to come get those tomorrow. Because my life is too crazy to get anywhere at a certain time. So anyhow, I do not have gin tonight. I have wine, but I plan on having more of it. It's been a weird day. So, today, apparently, and we live in like a nice neighborhood in a subdivision with like an HOA. So here I'm getting the camera straight while I'm talking. But, anyhow, and this is let's see if I can get this right. Okay. Here's the king bee. Anyway, so along with my story, apparently our neighbors across the street today were having some sort of, I don't know what they were having filmed there, but they were like, apparently they were fake cop cars, but they sure looked real to me. And like all these people and like commotion, I thought we were like under police raid or something. Like I didn't know what was going on. So all sorts of craziness going on here, and then I'm a mom, so of course I had to go out and yell at everybody and be like, "What are y'all doing?" You know, because a bunch of people standing around with like film crew stuff. So I'm sure they all are talking about like the crazy lady across the street. But I got babies and like a grumpy dog. Suzanne, here's my grumpy dog. Suzanne, say hi. Yeah, Suzanne was not happy with all of the, because they were like banging on the door, doing some sort of police show, something or another, but I don't know this. It all looks real to me. There's some guy over there banging on the door saying, "Come out, police." And so, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, when you're home with little kids, you don't take kindly to such things. So, needless to say, the HOA got several angry emails from me. So, because that's, like not that kind of place. So hopefully that'll get sorted out. So weirdness, like I said, I've had a weird day. Like everywhere I've driven today, people keep trying to like run into me, and at first I thought that it was me, but apparently I'm just having a weird day. But what I am, oh, and now my stupid phone, the battery's wanting to die. What I'm spinning is faux cashmere, and this is it. It is marvelous. It is so soft. It is a nylon, but it actually feels like real cashmere. And but it's obviously much more affordable. And it's also because it's nylon, like it's not hot and it's not itchy. And it dyes up in these really pretty vivid colors. And it spins, I feel like, very similar to silk. And you can see here, it is kind of staticky, which doesn't really bother me. I like to kind of get it in little blobs like this, more so than like pre-drafting. Because if you try to pre-draft it, see, it gets it's kind of like wispy. It like sticks to you. So I would recommend not pre-drafting it so much as like grabbing it in kind of like a blob. And if my phone dies, I apologize. Like I said, it's been one of those days today. But I like spinning it in sort of a long draw method this way. And you can switch your color variation. See, you can get it really thin, really easy, which I like. But like I said, I do prefer, like I said, more like I would silk or anything else that's kind of more drapey. Just getting it in like a little section, and you also can kind of get color variation that way, where if you get like a couple different little sections, and then if you get tired of like that purple and black, you can switch over and do this green. This is a special order that I'm doing for somebody, and But yeah, you can see it's kind of crazy. It gets all staticky. I've heard people say you can stick a dryer sheet in with it, and that helps. Honestly, it doesn't bother me that much at all. So, you know, the statickiness. I think if you do it in a little blob too, it lets my hand, it all kind of like stays in my hand. So that kind of controls the static. I think the static's more of an issue if you're wanting to do like long, you know, long pre-drafting that way. And I'm sorry if my phone dies, and we were just at ballet class, so we were out and about and had to do a video of my daughter dancing, which was probably not the smartest thing to do considering I was coming home to make a video, and now my phone's going to die. But does anybody have any questions? Comments? I don't know, do you ever have fake crime scenes across the street from your house, or is that just me? You have any faux cashmere questions? Hope everybody else is having a good Thursday. And I've been busy I'm making a spinning course, and it keeps kind of taking on a life of its own. But it's going to be entirely based off of pretty much all the questions people always ask me. So, what are y'all's main questions or like troubleshooting issues? Like if there was something with spinning that you were, you know, wondering, like, why does that always happen? Or I have trouble with this, or, you know, something like that. If you have any of those types of questions. I'm kind of at the point now where I've done the whole outline on the main stuff I want to do. And see here I'm switching over to like the purple and the pink. But, you know, I definitely want to do like a good like troubleshooting section. Because I know sometimes if you've been doing something like this for a while, then, you know, you kind of forget like what all the little things were that drove you crazy when you first started. I feel like with spinning, the same thing as knitting. A lot of it's like a tension thing. So, anyhow, y'all are quiet tonight. I don't know, y'all almost have had like equally weird Thursdays. Like, it must be like a bad moon or something. I don't know. I'm not normally quite so frazzled, but it's definitely frazzly today. But then, you can see here. See how pretty it is? It's so smooth, and it's got like this cool, like kind of sheen to it, but it's so soft. Like I know the person who's getting it, I've got 4 skeins of it I'm making. I know she's gonna be really excited about it. Oh, so anyhow, yep, no, just making spinning bundles for tomorrow. Would static be a problem if you ply that? This is actually the first time I've ever done it singles. Usually I do double ply. And no, I haven't. Like I said, I was in, I think it's called the Spinner Study Facebook group or whatever, and somebody was talking about static. And that was really the first time I ever was like, oh yeah, I guess it is kind of staticky. Once you spin it, it's just, here, see. Once you spin it, it's very well behaved. I mean, it's more well behaved, I feel like, than merino, because it's not springy. It's definitely got a drape more like a cotton or, you know, like I said, it's limper. So yeah, once you spin it into yarn, it's super well behaved. Actually, when you 2-ply it, I almost feel like you want to 2-ply it a little bit more twist to it, because you know how wool, like, you can do a little bit looser. And it will, you know, it kind of holds on to itself. This, it doesn't want to hold on to itself. So you kind of, if you are 2-plying it, I would put a little bit, maybe hold on to it a little bit longer before it gets sucked up in there. And, cause I mean, like I said, I've 2-plied plenty of it. My last summer we did like my bestsellers in faux cashmere, cause it's cooler. And we 2-plied those and they were fine. But I think I did get a little bit more twist in it when I was 2-plying it. But yeah, no, I mean, like I said, you can see the end here, it's not staticky at all. So, I don't know. I'm not as picky on stuff as some people are. The static is just a thing, like I said, I think people were, does it have a staple link? Oh, that's a good question. Let's investigate that here before my phone dies. It's got a long one, I feel like. Okay, stay. All right, the camera's going to stay. Here, let's pull this apart. It'll be fun. The static comes into play if you're trying to, like, long ribbon draft it like that. You see it kind of wants to hold on to itself a little bit. As far as and that's why I said I just kind of do it in like little handfuls and it doesn't give me any sort of a problem. As far as the staple length goes, it has a really long staple. I like to spin it really, oh, there you go. I like to spin it really thin, but yeah, it's got a really nice long staple length. And then because it's nylon, it's like freakishly strong. So, yeah, like, yeah, see how tiny that is? So yeah, it's got a nice long staple length. I really enjoy spinning it. Can be a little hard to find. I know Christina just ordered like a freakish amount between the two of us because we like it a lot. Yeah, so you can see it. It gets a little funny when you first pull it apart, but then when you spin it and get it down small, see it's great. But we are going to have a bunch. So if anybody, like I said, we don't really know what we're doing with it. We just wanted it because, you know, isn't that what all fiber people do? So we have acquired a lot. We're not sure what we're going to do with it. So, yeah, if anybody's like desperate for some custom dyed faux cashmere, I'm not sure when it's getting to Christina's because, like I said, Christina's my friend who dyes. She dyed this. She does. I do the more of like the you know, simple dyeing stuff, and she does all the like wild and crazy dyeing stuff, like this one. So if anybody's like dyeing for some faux cashmere, I'm not sure when it's getting to her, but I'm sure we can get her to dye some for you, and I can hook you up with Christina if anybody wants some, but because it can be a little weird to find. But it's really fun though. I like spinning with it a lot, and yeah, I think that's probably about all I got for tonight. So, unless y'all want to watch me continue to ramble and spin this faux cashmere, I don't think I have anything else too exciting going on around here. So I hope everybody's having a good night, and I'm going to keep spinning the faux cashmere and drinking the wine. So, cheers, everybody. Here's to you. And back to work, I suppose. So I will stay on here for another little bit in case anybody has any other questions, and then if not, I will assume everybody's good. And till next Thursday. And this is the Spinolution King Bee wheel. If you were like, what is that weird thing that looks like a box that she's spinning with? That's what it is. And it does fold into a box. It's very cool. I love it. And it is very smooth. It's got an 8-ounce bobbin. Let's see. Thank you. Cheers. You too. Anyhow, yeah, sorry I'm a little scrambled in the brain tonight, but I think my phone is about to die. But I hope you, I do have another video on my channel on faux cashmere, so you can look it up. There's another one on it, but I think this one might actually have been better, despite the rambling. So I will talk to all you lovely people later. Have a good one.